The optical tube gathers light which is focused at the eyepiece. Your telescope comes in one of two styles that allows you to attach the optical tube to the mount. The larger telescope models, such as the 114EQ, use a cradle ring to attach the tube to the mount. The smaller tubes, like the 60EQ model, do not. Note the bolts on the optical tube. Remove the thumb screws. Slide the bolts into the slots on the saddle plate. Replace the thumb screws onto the bolts and tighten to a firm feel. If your telescope includes a cradle ring, place the tube into the rings. Close the cradle rings and rotate the lock knob to secure the tube in place. Slide the cradle assembly into the slot of the saddle plate as shown here. Tighten the attachment lock knob to a firm feel. Next, you'll attach the cable controls. First, slide the horizontal cable, also called the RA cable, over the cable shaft. Tighten the thumb screw to a firm feel. Slide the vertical cable, also called the deck cable, over the cable shaft. Tighten the thumb screw to a firm feel. Next, attach the counterweight. Hold the counterweight firmly in one hand and slide it onto the counterweight shaft. If you have a second counterweight, also slide it onto the shaft. Tighten in place using the lock knobs. While holding the unlocked counterweight firmly in one hand, thread the counterweight shaft onto the mount as shown here. Note the safety washer at the end of the shaft. This washer prevents the counterweights from sliding all the way off the shaft. Do not remove this washer from the shaft. Remove the dust cover from the optical tube assembly. Look at the other end of this telescope. Note the 6 screws and the velvet circle. Do not loosen or remove these screws or peel the velvet off. These screws are for collimation. You can refer to the instruction manual for more information about collimating your telescope.